Good morning, guys, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you happen to be. I thought I would record this quick video because what I'm conscious of is that I want to kind of do a marketing briefing for you. So the idea is that you can use these ideas to kind of set the agenda for the next of 2, 3, 4 weeks of your marketing. And this doesn't have to apply to just my subscribers. I'm going to demonstrate our content, but it will also give you ideas of the kind of things, even if you're not a subscriber, that you could be doing. Now, let's get started. The first few bits of content that I want to tell you about. Okay, so we have a thank you to our amazing key workers postcards, posters and social media. You will find there is a brandable poster there which you can send in an email, for example. Just use that share link. And then you've got various zip files which you can download which give you pieces of social media. And this is actually available to everybody. So all you've got to do is register an account. So come into Co-Kinetic, the landing page, and you'll see up here a register or login, and you can just go ahead and register. So even if you don't have a subscription, just register an account on Co-Kinetic and you'll be fine, or log in with an existing account, and you don't need to have any paid account for that. So that's the first thing that I wanted to tell you about. Other content that is really relevant right now. Let me go back to that account page. Remember, you can always jump there by clicking this My Account page. You'll see a lot of latest published content. This doesn't mean it's all the content, it's the things that I've basically put on the home page. So you will see that you've got the COVID social media and lead generation. So I might have two noises going off today. Luke having a good old itch, and I've got the bread machine on as well. So if you hear some weird thumping, that's just the bread machine. Okay, so COVID social media and lead generation campaign. We've also got the client information resources. Now I've added a new resource to this just this morning, which is breathing exercises to de-stress and promote relaxation. Let me just open that very quickly. I will say that I want to add my branding to it. So this is a lovely leaflet. It's really nice. It's relevant to any time of the year for any reason to de-stress and decrease anxiety and that kind of thing. But it's also obviously very relevant if you have suffered from a recent respiratory illness. So this is a lovely leaflet. We are producing a few more of these. We've in fact got, let me just have a quick look. We have 4 more leaflets in this range, I do believe, or 3 more leaflets in this range. We have got some exercises for increasing lung function. My designer is just working on these as we speak, and we've also got a really nice Just Breathe newsletter which outlines the benefits of breathing and breathing exercises. So those will be coming. I will try and get those up this week, but it's probably more likely to be early next week. So that would be beginning of June at the time I'm recording this. Okay, so this is a really nice leaflet, obviously. I'll keep zooming in and out. So go and find that, and I've added that to the COVID client information resources. I have also added it to the social media campaign just here. And it is also on the lead delivery page for when people sign up. And I've also added a social media post under the campaigns area, which I won't go and take you to because it means that I've got to scroll down the page and you'll get dizzy. But there is specifically a social media post in there. There will be more posts coming. There'll probably be another 4 or 5 posts coming in that campaign, which I will just add into there. And there will be, as I say, the other 2 leaflets coming for there. So that's obviously very relevant. So these would be great to use in nurture emails. So by nurture emails, I mean the value-added emails that you send to your existing email list. So as all of you will know, this is the big priority right now, is to keep in contact with your customers and your prospects and be heard and be seen and make sure that you stay at the forefront of their mind. The last thing you want to do right now is go quiet, because you need to have your communication channels open with these guys so that when we come back from COVID-19 and things start to return a little bit more to normal, they will be ready and primed for you, and you're not just contacting them out of the blue and saying, "Oi dudes, come back for an appointment." So you need to really, really be talking to these people, guys. Just to remind you, the other leaflets that we've got in that campaign, we've got building your immune system, staying positive and sane when times are challenging, 10 tips for staying comfortable and sane in your home workspace, strategies for surviving lockdown. There's loads and loads of material here, so get that out, guys. Other campaigns, I do appreciate that sometimes it is easy to get lost in our content because there is so much of it, but this is the purpose of this briefing, is just to remind you of other resources that you've got access to that can be really useful. So there is a posture campaign. In fact, that was the last campaign that we did before lockdown commenced. Let's just go to the done for you category and let me just show you that. So you'll find these obviously all in the campaigns area, but you have a posture campaign, that's the done for you guys, and also the full site subscribers. There will be a full site subscription version of that, which includes PowerPoint presentations and all sorts of things there. So that's really useful at this point in time for the current situation that we're in. The other campaigns that we have that would be useful to you, and remember this all comes with patient leaflets, so it doesn't matter what level of subscription you have got, whether it's patient leaflets, clinical education, which includes all the patient leaflets, the social media and lead gen level, or which is my virus special, which is on special at the moment, or the full site subscription. These will all contain some of these elements, so there's something there for everybody. And there are also free downloads even if you don't have a subscription, so all you've got to do is log in or register an account and you will find free downloads with all of these as well. What else do I need to tell you about running? There's a running campaign in here. Let me just find it. It's called Don't Run Into Trouble. It's not the one that we're looking at the moment. So this is our main running campaign. This is the social media version of it. Remember, there is a full site version with all the extras in there as well. So the Don't Run Into Trouble campaign I have updated because we did have a few problems with Facebook challenging a couple of the posts because I'd made the mistake of putting tip 1 ... and they thought that we were acting as clickbait. So I've changed all those posts, so that's been completely updated. All the social media posts have been completely updated in there. And we have also just added last night, small interruption with dog. Strength training for running is a new campaign. It's like an add-on to that Don't Run Into Trouble campaign, but it's specifically about how to add strength training into your running program and the benefits that that can bring. Obviously, lots and lots of people are running at the moment, so we thought that this would be a good additional campaign. And as usual, there's a social media lead gen campaign for my virus special subscription. There is the full site version of this with PowerPoint presentations and all of that good stuff. And there is also obviously the patient leaflets. So you can navigate to those using these different sections under here. So that is the strength training. I will do another video as usual, just talking you through that strength training one in detail, but I won't go into it now. The other thing that I need to tell you about, goodness, we've been very busy here. The other thing that we have updated is the cycling campaign. Let me drop into the campaigns area for a moment. Now remember, you're in my account, so I've got everything here. You won't be seeing everything, but let me just go and find the cycling campaign. There we go, cycling injuries and lead generation. Let's go into that one for the argument's sake. I have updated all the graphics in here as well. And also they all comply with Facebook's advertising rules about not having more than 20% text on the images. So obviously with infographics, we can't apply that because obviously they are made up of text, but generally most of these will conform to Facebook's standards. So we've got a whole bunch of leaflets there, loads of leaflets, and then a load of tips and strategies for avoiding injury on your bike. So all that whole campaign has been updated. Another campaign, bear with, another campaign that you may find useful is our Promoting Physical Activity campaign. Live Longer and Stronger, that was the physical activity campaign. That should be there for both social media subscribers and also full site subscribers. And one of the leaflets in there is on mental health and the benefits of physical activity for mental health. So that is a leaflet that could be useful. And again, if you just want to go and find the patient leaflets, remember to just go into the patient information resources, into the patient resources by topic. I think it's actually physical activity for medical conditions we call this. So you will see there's some lovely content under this campaign. Really, this is one, I love all our campaigns, but this is one of our good ones, particularly this, which is an infographic with physical activity exercises. Okay, so that's quite a cool little infographic saying what they should be doing at various different age groups, and then some recommendations about what moderate intensity and vigorous intensity and all of that good stuff is. So that's a lovely little leaflet, but there's a whole bunch of nice leaflets in there, and one of the ones is physical activity for promoting good mental health. Down here somewhere, there we go, physical activity in your everyday life, depression. I think there is also one for... Now, last thing, or second to last thing, is that don't forget that I have made, as part of my COVID rescue strategy, or 4 of those online presentations that are normally included in the full site subscription. I've made them available to you so that you can run an online recording of a webinar as a way of getting in front of people. So I provide you with the PowerPoint presentation for those 4 PowerPoint presentations, and as well as landing pages where you can take sign-ups, and you can also charge for sign-ups if you'd like to. And I am currently building into that functionality the ability for you to actually sell and upsell product. So when they get onto the page where you're delivering the webinar, you can talk to them about perhaps a package that they can buy or products that they can buy, and they can actually make payments through our system if you want them to, and you'll be able to set the price. So that's quite nice. And if you have a presentation that isn't any of those 4, you can still use the blank template here for your own recorded presentation or webinar. Now I can do loads more of these, so if you need another one, if you're already using this one and you need me to create some more blank templates, just holler and I will do that. And you've got a test page here that you can use to test out before you go and change any of those pages, so you can just have a play around using that demo and test page if you'd like to. Oh yes, one other little optimization trick. If you're sending emails out to people, then we have, under both the VARA special, the social media subscription, and also the full site subscription, a generic campaign which is about growing your email newsletter list. So if you are sending out a nurture email, I would suggest, and this is one of my subscribers actually put this idea forward, sometimes the most obvious things don't occur to me, just put a PS at the bottom. We often put a PS saying, if you know anyone else who'd be interested in these resources, please forward this email to them. That's one thing. But the second thing you could do is you can send them to your Grow Your Email Newsletter List campaign. So this is active. Even if you haven't got the posts posting, that doesn't matter. So what we do in here is we always add an introduction, the newsletter basically, for a new campaign when we generate a new campaign. And we add a piece of social media, but you do not have to have this running in order to take leads. All you need to do is in your PS, give them the link to your personal lead collection URL in your PS or somewhere in your newsletter or your email, nurture email, and say, if you'd like to sign up to future newsletters, fill out this form, and then that gets them onto your list. So this is a really good way of sort of making sure that you're adding people to your list. So you can put this anywhere. You could put this on your social networks if you want to. You can run this campaign, you can do whatever you want. But wherever you put this link, you will be able to get people to add them to your email newsletter. And when they click that link, let me just show you very quickly where that takes them to. It will take them to a page like this, and it will sort of say these are all the kind of resources you can get. Start by signing up to our informative monthly newsletter. Doesn't really matter if it's not monthly. And they sign up here, and then once they've signed up, they get taken to a really cool page, which is this one. And this is where they can read and download all of the previous newsletters that we've published. And you can see that I've got coping with COVID in there, posture, strength training and running. So the newsletter that we create for each campaign, I put on this and I update it each time we launch a new campaign. So, and this page just gets longer. So this is kind of where they can then download all your client newsletters, which looks really cool. It will have your branding on the bottom of this, remember. And remember, not only will it have your branding on there, but it will also, if you've got the branding upgrade, it will also have your branding on these newsletters as well. So you can see this is my kind of fake branding down here to just show you the difference between the two. So this would have your branding down here. So this is a really cool, it makes you look really very professional and with it. So this is great. You can put the link, the sign up link to this page anywhere that you like. So you could put it on your website, just say sign up for our newsletters and have a button, and you can link them here. So that means you don't have to create your own ways of having to do that. Okay, last few things, I promise, a couple of things, very quick. If you would like, don't forget that I've produced a COVID-19 webinar. So if you go onto the help section here, it's right in webinar, sorry, Tours webinar, there's one somewhere here which is both my webinars, Register for Tours Marketing and Business Webinars. So you can find the Coronavirus Survival Strategies webinar there. What I cover in this is some ideas for passive income. Now this is going to be really important going forward, guys. I think you need to grow your passive income, and I'm going to do another much more detailed webinar on this topic in the future sort of few weeks. But this is really important. You'll get some really good ideas about passive income, revenue generating ideas in there, and by passive income I mean things that you can have running without you having to put in the time live. So these are things that you can set up and you can just let them run and they will generate revenue for you. So that's what I mean by passive income revenue streams. I will also run through the 5 or 6 marketing activities that you really, really need to be doing right now. So please go and check this out. It's free. Just click that link and you'll be able to sign up. And obviously then there's also my 20% of marketing activities that will give you 80% of your results. So if you just drop into our help section under the main menu, let me just go back there a minute. So it's under main menu and help and FAQs. And just type in webinar, you'll find my webinars there. Okay, very quickly, last couple of things, some resources you might want to know about. On a Monday, this Monday coming, so the 1st of June, I believe, I'm giving a presentation on the Jing Advanced Massage Training course. It's a donation, suggested donation. Go and sign up to that. If you go on to Jing Massage Training on their Facebook page, you'll see it's right at the top of their page. I'm actually going to cover, I was saying why talking to your customers will determine the success of your return to work, but I'm also going to cover how you build your email list, because this is really fundamental. We need to grow those email lists going forward. That's got to be your marketing priority right now. So you've got more people to talk to, more people to share your business things with, whether that's sales or whatever it happens to be. We need to build those lists before we end up in a situation like this again. That's your #1 marketing priority right now, and nurturing that list, obviously. So come join us there on Monday. If you go to the Jing Massage Training on Facebook, you'll find the link for signing up there. Susan Findlay is doing some fantastic stuff. She's doing webinars and live online Zoom chats on a regular basis, and there's lots of useful resources coming out of there. So particularly if you're a massage therapist, go and find Susan Findlay. She's on facebook.com, Susan Findlay UK, and that's Findlay with an A, not an E. So go and check out her resources there, because she's got loads of really good stuff going on. Dan Lawrence is also doing some amazing stuff. He's recording videos frequently, possibly every night, I think. So if you go to his site, he's actually on facebook.com and then rock.tape.3. And lastly, I want to tell you about Handspring, because they are also doing some really cool stuff. As you may know, we publish a lot of content from Handspring. We have a very good relationship with these guys. They publish some fantastic books, and they are getting their authors, who are some of the very best people in the particularly in the bodywork industry, to do webinars. And these are really, really cool webinars. I know Jo very well. She's fantastic, always worth listening to. So go and check out handspringpublishing.com, moved to learn. If you go to handspringpublishing.com, you'll find them there. I hope that's been useful, guys, and I hope that you're all doing well and sort of holding strong in this environment at the moment. I wish you all the very best, and I will be publishing a kind of marketing briefing like this every 2 to 3 weeks, or as and when we publish new content. Alright guys, take care. Bye.